Okay, so hello everyone. Today you are going to learn cause and effect essay. Alright, so after the explanation, the students are expected to learn how to write cause and effect essay, and students are also able to use the correct connector for cause and effect essay as well. Okay, without any further delay, let's go to the first question or the introduction to cause and effect essay, which is, what is a cause and effect essay? Alright, so cause and effect essay is actually one of the most commonly used essay in academic writing. It shows the relationship between something that happened and its consequences, or we call it the result of something that happened. Alright, so in short, a cause and effect essay look at the reason why something happened, or causes, we call it causes, and then discusses the result or the consequences, or we call it effect. Alright, so in short, again, cause and effect essay look at the reason why something happened, the causes, and also discuss about the result of something that happened. Alright? Okay, so the second point to the introduction to cause and effect essay is that both causes and effect can be discussed in one essay. Okay, so that means in one essay, both causes and effect can be discussed under one subject. Alright, so that means one subject has both causes and the effect. Sometime in some kinds of test examination, we only use the causes or the effect. So only the causes or only the effect are discussed in an essay. Okay, so here is the example. Alright, we have some topic. So first one here, discuss the causes and effects of global warming. Okay, you can see the topic itself state the causes and the effects. So that means in this essay you are going to write both the causes and the effect of global warming. The second one, explain the high death rate in Italy. So that means why Italy have faced high death rate. Right? You are going to explain why. Right? Why? So you only have to talk about the causes that make it happen. Alright? And the last one we have here is discuss the effect of COVID-19. Alright. So here the topic itself already stated that the effect of something. So that means you only need to write the effect of the COVID-19, not the causes. Okay? So I hope you get some idea to what is a cause and effect essay. In brief, again, a cause and effect essay refer to a kinds of essay that you are going to write about the reason why something happened, or the result why something happened, to why something happened. Alright, or the result. Here we have two methods for you to focus on. The first one is focus on cause method. Alright, focus on cause method refer to when the writer focuses on the causes or the reasons only. Alright, so this method answer to the question is, why does something happen? Alright, for example, if you are going to talk about air pollution, you can talk about the causes of air pollution. Why does we have air pollution, or why does we have global warming in the earth? Alright, so you are going to talk about the causes and the reason that make it happen only. The second method is called focus on effect method. For this method, the writer focuses on the effect only, right, or you call it result. And actually, this method answers the question, which is, what happened because of this? So that means because of that. Oh, all right. Okay, let's give the example. We have the causes of air pollution. All right. Now, what happened because of air pollution? What happened? So you are going to talk about the effect of air pollution. All right. What does it affect? All right. To human or what else? Yep. So here again we have two methods. The first one is focus on cause method, and the second one is focus on effect method. Alright, we focus on two different things. The first one is reason why it happened, and the second one is the result. What happened because of this? Alright. And now let's move on to the structure. Okay, so here for the structure, there are two ways to structure a cause and effect essay. We call it block and chain. Alright, so I have a diagram here to show you what is the difference between block and chain structure. Okay, so as you can see here in block structure, we have the introduction as the introductory paragraph, the first paragraph of the essay, and then we have cause number 1, cause number 2, number 3, and number 4. Alright, and after causes, you can talk about the effect. So we have effect number 1, effect number 2, number 3, number 4, and so on. So here, hopefully you can get it. Here, in block structure, we talk about the causes as the second paragraph after the introductory paragraph, the second paragraph, the second body. You can talk about the courses number 1, number 2, and number 3. And when you finish the courses, you can talk about the effect. Alright, so one block, and then when you finish a block of courses, you can move on to another block and you talk about the effect, and then conclusion as usual. Alright, so that is for block structure. And as you can see, next to block structure, we have chain structure. The first part is the introduction, or you call it introductory paragraph. Alright, for here, why do we call it chain? Because in one body paragraph, you talk about cause number 1 and also the effect of cause number 1. Alright, so cause number 1, effect of the cause number 1. And then you move on to the third paragraph, the next paragraph in body paragraph. You talk about cause number 2 with the effects of cause number 2 as well. And you keep repeating this parallel structure. Alright, cause number 1, effect cause number 2, and effect cause number 2, cause number 3, and effect number 3. Alright, and last one, we have conclusion as usual. So here, hopefully you can get the idea of what are the differences between the block and chain structure. Okay, so let's move on now. Here we have connectors. Okay, so below are some common cause and effect connector and transitional word. We have the indicators here. X stand for cause and Y stand for the effect. Okay, so here are some connectors, or we call it transitional word or phrases. For example, number 1, the first cause of blah 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 is blah blah blah. Alright, so for example, the first cause of air pollution is gas emission of vehicle. Alright, okay, and we have the next reason is because of, as the result of, yeah, and so on, as you can see in the slide presentation. And I also provide you some example here. Alright, the first example is worsening pollution level in cities are due to the increased use of car. Alright, so that means worsening pollution level in city refer to the effect. Alright, because due to mean because. Alright, yeah, why something happened. So due to the increased use of car. Alright, so the increased use of car refer to a cause. You can also make it into another sentence using because of. Alright, so because of the increased use of car, pollution level in city are worsening. Alright, okay, please take note of how to use these kinds of transitional phrases in the correct way. Alright, I provide you the indicator. Alright, X and Y. X stand for cause and Y stand for the effect. Hopefully you can get the idea. Alright, it's like a form of mathematics, I think so. Okay, so now let's move on to the effect. Alright, so these are the transitional word or phrases that we use with effect essay. Okay, so the first one, the first effect of blah 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 is blah blah blah. Alright, we can see more here. Another result of, as a result, yeah, as a consequence, consequently, therefore, says, hence, blah blah. Alright, and same thing, I provide you the example here. The first example is, cars are used increasingly for urban transport. As a result or as a consequence, pollution levels in city are worsening. Alright, yeah. The second example, increased use of car for urban transport adversely affect pollution level in city. Alright, you can see it right here, the word affect. Alright, okay, so yeah, once again take note of the form of how to use it correctly. Okay, so here let's move on to another slide presentation. Here we have a tip, several tips for you. Alright, choosing word carefully. Alright, so yes, some writers tend to think that the more word they use, the better their essay will sound. But actually, in academic writing in English, it is important to be as concise as possible. So that means unnecessary word or phrases should be omitted, alright, because it does not improve your writing. They does not improve your writing. Instead, they make it hard for the reader to understand what you want to say. So the first one is wordiness, as you can see here. Alright, instead of at that point in time, you can just say at that time. Alright, to avoid the wordiness. Alright, to avoid the use of many words, unnecessary word actually. Alright, another example you can see here. In the final analysis, you can just say finally. Alright, in short. Okay. So that is for wordiness. You can also refer to our textbook on page 97 for more words and more phrases. Alright. And the second one, we have redundancy. So redundancy is actually a kind of wordiness. It refers to the unnecessary repetition of information. Alright. As you can see here. Alright. So yeah. Collaborate together. Right? Collaborate itself means to join together already. So you don't have to like redundant the word. It doesn't make you sound advanced. Instead, it makes it sound like you repeat what you have already said. Right? Because you know what? Collaborate mean join in together. Alright, so you can just omit together and make it collaborate. Alright. Another example you can see here, unexpected surprise. Alright, why do you have to put unexpected? Because surprise itself means you don't expect something to happen. Right? That is why you feel surprised. Okay, so here is here are some kinds of example for you to see. When you redundant the word, it make it sound like not advanced, not good at all, but you make it sound like you repeat what you have already said already. So yeah, take note. Alright, and the last one we have redundant again, but redundant sentences. Alright, so underlying sentences here refer to the redundant sentences. It means you keep repeating, writing the same sentences with different kinds of words or something like that. Alright, with different kinds of sentence structure, but in the same meaning. Okay, so for example, the United States is the most influential power in the world, partly because of its abundant material resources and stable political system. This country has great influence in global affairs. Alright. So in the first sentence, you have already mentioned that the US is the most influential power in the world. Why do you have to mention it again in the last sentence? Alright, so here you have to combine these two sentences together to make it a one sentence with enough meaning. Alright, so for this tip, choosing word carefully, you can find it in our textbook on page 97 and 98, and also 99, 97, 98, and 99. Okay, so here let's move on to tips as well, but tip to writing a good cause-effect essay. So when writing your essay, keep the following suggestion in mind. So here are some suggestions I've got. Alright, the first one is remember your purpose. Decide if you, okay, so here is an error. Decide if you are writing to inform or persuade. Alright. The second one, focus on immediate and direct causes or effect. Limit yourself to causes that are close in time. That means recently, it happened recently, alright, or related, as opposed to remote and indirect causes which occur later and are related indirectly. So in short, you have to talk about some kinds of causes or effect that you can find recently, and related, and related in the society and so on, instead of some kinds of indirectly ones. The third one is strengthen your essay by using supporting evidence. Alright, you can define terms, you can offer fact, statistic, or provide example, and so on. So these are some of tips to provide you to include in your own writing to make it more strengthened. Alright. The fourth one, qualify or limit your statement about cause and effect. Unless there is clear evidence that one event is related to another, qualify your statements with phrases such as it appeared that the cause was, or it seems likely, and so on. Alright. So because there's no clear evidence, you can talk about it, but make sure that you qualify your statement using some kinds of these phrases. Alright. Yes. Don't make it so sure. Alright. You cannot be sure when the information is not clear or you haven't got the evidence to support your opinion, or so some kinds of these phrases can help you to qualify or modify your statement in a better way. Alright. Okay, so I think that should be all for the cause and effect essay. Once again, in short, cause and effect essay refer to a kind of essay that show you or show the reader the relationship between something that happened and the result. Alright, or you can talk about the action and the results of. Here are some of the reference that I can find the information of cause and effect essay. You can also go to this website and also our textbook here. There are Unit 4 cause effect essay. And here I provide you another like additional websites to go to when you need cause and effect essay sample. Alright, they provide you plenty of topic with the writing. They have good writing as well. So yes, in case you want to read the sample, you can go to this website, the last one here, academichelp.net. Yeah. So yeah, that should be all for today. Yeah, if you have any question, feel free to drop your comment to ask any question you would like to. Okay, thank you.